Welcome back to the 10-7 show, y'all, with Tara, Tyra, Goose, and myself. We are happy to be back in the building on this beautiful Sunday here in the city of brotherly love. I hope it's just as beautiful where you are, but not more beautiful because I'm a hater like that. For the next 30 to 60 minutes or so, you guys know what we do. If this is your first time here, what we're going to do is going to talk about some relationship issues. We have two in particular today, but we also going to have some fun too. So without further ado, y'all know how I like to start off each show. I like to start off by asking everyone how they have been. So I ask you, how you been?
We're good. Well, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm out here soaking up this vitamin D.
As you should be.
Get it all.
Mm-hmm. How are you guys doing?
Good. Can't complain. Yeah.
Busy.
I know it's been like a busy last hour.
It's been a busy weekend for me. I feel
scrambling at the last minute so I can make sure I'm like sitting here and not spitzing to death from this sun.
Yes. So. Yes. I got 1,000 things going on in my mind. You have no idea.
Oh. Are we gonna have to rein you in during the show?
Y'all might.
Okay.
And I'm hot, so that's just don't.
I'm in trouble, y'all.
Well, I'm glad you made it, Tyra.
I'm glad I made it too. By the hairs on my chinny chin.
I didn't want to have to be the only woman up against these two.
Yeah, I do have a little chin here.
Well, that's how we're all doing. That's how we're all feeling today. Like I said, welcome back to the 10-7 show. I know a lot of people are, doing a lot of things this weekend and watching certain things on TV, but what in the world is going on down there? All right. But
sorry.
Now you're here with us and we're going to have a good old time. And right now it's time for that part of the show that everybody actually, I think just everyone's favorite part of the show. We might start saving it to the end. I don't know. But y'all know what part of the show that is. Of course, that's the Would You Rather portion of the show. And do we have a sponsor this week?
Do we have a sponsor this week?
Yeah, it's going to be Therapeutic Billing again because I think they paid for like at least 2 or 3 weeks. So
I believe
Sarah, tell us about Therapeutic Billing, please.
So Therapeutic Billing is a medical credentialing and medical billing firm. We are located in Montgomery County, but we cover the entire East Coast. So if you need to be credentialed, if you're a medical professional, we service chiropractors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, mental health therapists, registered dietitians. If you need our services, you need to be credentialed, you need somebody to do your medical billing, go to www.therapeuticbilling.com.
There you have it. Now, it's time for the Would You Rathers. And Tara says she has some good ones today.
Yeah,
I got some good.
Tara ready? Is the producer extraordinaire for today's show.
All right. Would you rather be able to dodge anything, no matter how fast it's moving?
Yes.
Or something.
You know how cool that would be? You know how cool that
I'm sure it would.
You got to come back with something even cooler right now. Go ahead.
Well, then you already answered the question. All right. So, or be able to ask 3 questions and have them answered accurately.
Dodge.
3 questions.
Is dodging infinite?
Oh my!
I sure hope so.
Y'all crack me up trying to get around
there's
these
always a caveat.
No. I'm just comparing.
Is this or that? Ain't no
3 questions.
No, that's a legit question. That's a legit question though, because you get 3 questions, so there's a limit. Is there a limit on the dodging?
Exactly.
Like is it for like 3 days or
there is no limit on the dodging. There's no limit.
I'll take the dodging.
I'll take the dodging. Arda says I need therapy for my bills. Is that different?
Yes, that's different.
That's way different.
Totally different.
I'll definitely take the dodging.
So Tyra and I will take the questions. You two want to dodge stuff. Of course you do.
I'll take the 3 questions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And wait, but see how y'all thinking? I was thinking as soon as I heard 3 questions, find out like deep stuff.
What's the meaning of life?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Like something worth having.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I'm good with not knowing
I'm thinking that level. I ain't thinking where Tyrone was at last night.
Well, nobody cares what Tyrone was last night. So yeah.
Not if you only got 3 questions. You got to make
You
it
got to
good.
use them wisely.
Yeah, use them wisely. You can't use them for your own
but I
self-serving purposes. Yeah, I'm taking a dodging all day and joining a dodgeball tournament.
But because I was about to say, how often is stuff
millions
shoved
of
at your
dollars.
head that you need to be dodging stuff?
The All-Stars.
Yikes.
You can make some money dodging stuff.
I'll be the dodgeball king.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
All
right.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Okay. You want 2 more or 1 more?
Well,
2 more.
Let's do 1 more and then see how that goes, and
okay,
we'll decide on the next one.
Okay. Would you rather be completely insane and know that you are insane, or be completely insane and believe that you're sane?
That don't even make sense.
Sure, it does.
I'd rather know that I'm
yeah,
insane.
I'd rather be insane than know that I'm insane.
Same.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was gonna stump you guys on that one. All right. Would you rather?
Most supervillains are like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They think that they're perfectly sane.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather be an unimportant character in the last movie you saw, or an important character in the last book you read?
An important character in the last book I read.
What was the last book?
The hell was the last book I read?
But that might double down because books sometimes become movies.
That's right. You're right about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I feel like the last book I read was something about Kobe Bryant. Like, I don't know how important I can be in that book unless I'm Kobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I want to say that I want to be an important character in the last book that I read, but it was so messed up that I don't even want to be in the book.
I want to be
go with unimportant character in the last movie I saw.
I'll be an unimportant character in the last movie I saw because the paycheck is probably a little bigger.
I would think so. Tyra.
Oh Lord. The important character.
Go with the book.
The important character in the book.
Okay.
Although the last book I read that I picked up and read was the Bible, so I'm definitely not gonna be that important.
Yeah, somebody got that on lock already.
Somebody got it on lock for 2,000 years.
Yeah,
I can't see what that quote says.
Dot, you funny.
What did he say? I couldn't see it.
He said, "I'd rather be an unimportant character because that's what I do now." R. Dot is doing some acting, so.
But soon as R. Dot, you'll be the most important.
I hope y'all got a chance to check him out. I forgot what the show was called, but it was on ID or one of the murder shows. One of the murder shows he was on. Yeah,
Conviction.
R. Dot was on a murder show, y'all. Murder show.
Oh my God. Y'all tripping.
And if you say you watched it and you ain't seen him, you ain't watch it.
No, if you didn't see him, you weren't paying attention. Because he was in a couple scenes.
Yes, he was. I saw him in the very beginning, and I saw him open the door for some folk. And go watch it. He
was good job. That's my man. I'm like, that was you with the flashlight too, right? Like, yeah.
Yep.
Funny thing is when the first officer was on, and it was a white dude. I was like, yeah, he's not playing that guy. I could tell.
That's been some good makeup.
Here it is. True Convictions, season 3, episode 7.
There you go. I all shouted it out wrong. I was like, it was Conviction.
So that was all 3 of them?
That was all 3.
That was all 3. Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. That was Would You Rather, brought to you by Therapeutic Billing. So
Therapeutic Billing.
He said that was him with the flashlight, y'all.
Yep. I saw you, R. Dot.
we got a celebrity commenting on the show.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right, since y'all, the 3 of you, my co-hosts, are so busy with their work, their careers. I'm the only one that doesn't do much during the day. So
I feel a hint of shade in that.
No shame at all. No shame at all. I'm the one with more flexibility in my schedule. So I'm the one that goes through our email. So I have the Dear 10-7s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all ready?
All right.
I got a couple juicy ones for you.
I'm sweating.
Okay. Well, it's 90 degrees. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Dear 10-7, I'm a 34-year-old man with a superb wife. We've been
Been there.
married for 8 years, and things are great between us. The problem is my mother-in-law. You hear that?
Mhm.
I heard.
Okay. I'm sleeping.
I ain't got
with
nothing
her.
bad to say about my mother-in-law. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Did you hear what I just said, though?
What?
But he said he's sleeping with the mother-in-law?
I'm sleeping with her.
Oh, bomb.
He goes on to say,
The older
and
the
I
berry,
hope
the
he
sweeter
is
the
watching this
juice.
show. I hope he's watching this tonight. She is an incredibly attractive woman and still in her prime. She and my wife look like sisters, but my mother-in-law knows a thing or two more than her daughter in the bedroom. The affair has been going on for 4 years now. They've been married for 8. So 4 years into their marriage, he started sleeping with the mother-in-law. It's getting hard to not want to be with her all the time instead of just a couple days a week. If it should come out, it will wreck 2 families, and I don't want that. But I think I'm falling or have already fallen in love with my mother-in-law. Plus, the sex is incredible. Any suggestions?
I ain't got
Drive
nothing
your
to
car
tell
off a
you.
cliff.
Ryan,
no
get your
suggestions.
I
script
ain't got
ready.
nothing to tell you.
Ryan,
gotta
get
figure
your
that
script
shit out
ready
for
because
yourself, homie.
they're about to be on the next episode of what was
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Two convictions.
You
Somebody
got-
about to go down.
Season
You
4,
gotta figure that
Ryan.
stuff out. You gotta figure that out for yourself. I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
ain't got nothing
that one is
I
a little.
appreciate the fact that our viewers and the people who are in our group and follow us on Instagram and Twitter trust us enough to ask us our opinions on these things. But legitimately,
I ain't got
I
nothing.
don't have an answer for this. This is
I do.
bad, sir.
I got an answer for it. I got an answer for it.
Yo,
Stop sleeping with your mother-in-law, dummy.
yeah. How about that?
Well, there's
I mean,
that. That's
but
a simple answer.
you can do that, but you have already just ruined.
Damage has already been
You
done.
have done so much damage.
You already crossed the line, so you
I mean, you did more than cross the line. You took the line and ripped it up and threw it in the trash.
Mhm.
My
So
line.
yeah, right. I have no advice for you but to pray that you open your eyes tomorrow.
Yeah.
And stop. Right.
Good luck.
Because karma is gonna come for you. You don't know when and you don't know how.
Yo, is your mother-in-law road girl?
A what?
Road girl.
What's a road girl?
So if you look up road girl on Instagram, she is an older woman. She's like 50, 60 something years old, but she's a very attractive woman. She's kept herself up and all like that. She actually is in a lot of Country Wayne's skits as his girlfriend, as his cougar girlfriend.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, is your mother-in-law a road girl? I would be interested.
I mean,
in
so
knowing.
if
Probably not, but
if they're in their 30s, then maybe mom is like late 50s, early 60s. So I don't know your ethnicity, but I know most Black women, they take care of themselves when they're in their 50s and their 60s, tend not to look like that. However, how did this even start? Who approached who? Between the two of you, y'all, there just wasn't a guilty feeling. Like, that's your kid. Like, I think most parents, I know me, I try my best not to hurt my child.
Arda said, I got a good answer. Leave now, start life over in another country. Don't tell anyone anything.
Yeah. Like this dude has possibly ruined generations.
You've destroyed the family.
You've destroyed a relationship between a mother and a daughter, probably between the grandchildren and the grandmother. Like you have destroyed generations, all because
you wanted a warm hole.
You wanted some good, you know, because you can't control your body parts.
One of those cougar yams.
Yeah.
Cougar yams.
You have no self-control.
Good luck, and hopefully karma won't be too harsh to you.
Yeah, I bet you the mother-in-law bad though.
Justin, seriously?
Look, like you can't be. Look, listen. No, hear me out though. You can't be a mother-in-law walking around in the muumuu and attracting your son-in-law. Like that's not going to happen.
Well, right? I'm sure it's not.
I don't know what them. They call muumuus, them little long gown
people
things.
have fetishes.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, I ain't think about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. I went to the.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah,
that's jacked up.
It really is. It's bad. Okay, so let's move on from him and pray for his soul.
Can I ask you something real quick about that? I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you read it. How long was that going on with the mother-in-law? Was it like before? I mean, was it
4
how
years.
long? Oh, 4
4
years.
years.
Okay, so 4 years. He's been married for 8.
He's been married for 8. He's been sleeping with his mother-in-law for 4. So 4 years into his marriage, he started sleeping with his mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law and husband need psychological help. Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely need therapy. Okay, let's move on from them.
Yeah, boundary issues.
Oh yeah. There's no boundaries there.
That's really the only problem is the boundary issue.
No, it's a self-control issue.
No, I mean that's the obvious part. But I'm talking about like if he wasn't married, there wouldn't be no issue with this. So to say, so what it is, it's the
relationship.
Y'all gonna get mad at me. Yeah, it's the relationship block that is the problem, right? It's the artificial block.
I do not believe that he has fallen in love with the mother-in-law. I think he's fallen in love
with that good
with what they're doing.
Yeah, right. I must say I don't think he's in love at all. He's just
no.
He's having his cake and eating it too.
Tyra will pray for your soul. All right, let's move on.
Yo, why can't I get to the 10-7 group page? Like I'm struggling over here right
now. What the F?
Oops.
Dear 10-7, seriously? My husband Calvin and I have been together for 18 years. Not the Calvin we know. We've been married for 2. In most ways, we get along great. We have many things in common, as you should. We've been married for 18 years.
Have been together for 18 years.
What is going on?
Sorry. I found the group page.
Okay. And we enjoy each other's company. This is actually kind of funny to me that she said that. One thing that has continually bothered me is that Calvin never uses my first name. Mostly he addresses me as nothing, or sometimes as honey. He used to whistle or snap his fingers when he wanted my attention. Until I pointed out that I was not a dog, and he stopped. I have a perfectly normal name, which I am fond of. I have tried on several occasions to talk to him about it. I asked him if he doesn't like my name, that it matters. How you've had your name your whole life? What in the world? Anyway, or if my name reminds him of someone he dislikes. You've been married to this man for 18 years. He weasels out of the conversation every time I bring it up. He offers no explanation for why he refuses to use my name. I've asked him to use my name at least sometimes, but he's only tried once. I don't understand why this letter was written in.
I'm like,
why would someone do this? Does it show a lack of respect towards me? Should I give up the struggle since it's been going on for 18 years? I just don't get it. Ma'am, don't get it either. I don't understand what advice.
Where's the respect for yourself? I mean, it's been 18 years. You don't let him get away with it all this time.
If he snapped at you one time, and you responded, honey,
and you married him, because I'm sure he was doing that before y'all got married.
Snap. She said snaps and like whistles.
She said he used to whistle or snap his fingers when he wanted my attention.
Yeah,
that is blatant disrespect.
Yes.
And she's been married to him for 18 years.
Was he doing this before the marriage?
Like you're okay with that? Like you?
Wait a minute.
I guess not, because you're right then. But
why are you rubbing your head like that, Goose? Like you are like totally frustrated.
It gives you a headache. This is
I'm like,
yes.
All she want him to do is use her name.
That's it. Hey, buddy.
Say, hey, Barbara.
Right.
Whatever her name is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just refused to do it.
Hey, Barbara.
Not happening. It is not happening.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I still can't get last week's with letters out of my head. I was thinking about them letters all week.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. But I'm not even gonna go there. Like, yeah. We can talk about it later.
You might as well have not even wrote us with that. You've been letting him get away with that for 18 years. He ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, it's a habit now.
Right.
You got a choice. You can't make him use your name. So
Goose
21 days.
uses my name. Goose only uses my name when he's angry at me or frustrated.
And I'm feeling this way. Like, if he's disrespecting you by not on that level, like what else? What other kind of disrespect is going on?
Right.
It's
exactly. Mm-hmm. All right. So here's the next one. You want me to do 2 more or 1 more?
Well, let's go with 1 and then let's see what happens.
Okay. I'll go with the juicier.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely do that.
Because you guys can probably. I don't even understand this, but anyhow, dear 10-7, I've had bad relationships with women I met online in the past. Last year, a young woman came and stayed with me from March through June and kept asking me for money. I ended up giving her $6,000 when it was all said and done. After things ended with that woman, I started talking to another woman. She borrowed $4,000. Currently, I'm talking to a few women.
$10,000. Okay, here we go. Let's add it up.
Currently, I'm talking to a few women, primarily this one 30-year-old woman who lives in the same state as me. Every time I ask her to get together in person, she says that she wishes she could, but is busy that weekend.
Catfish.
Then there's the 27-year-old who says she wants to be with me, but doesn't have the money to get gas to come visit. What is the best way to find somebody to date?
Wait, is this a woman talking about women, right?
No, this is a man. This is a man.
Hold on, man.
He always on the hook because he getting catfish like a mother.
So wait, I'm not done.
Oh, go ahead. Continue.
Okay, so he's asking us, what is the best way to find someone to date? Do you know of any good dating sites?
Not the way you doing it.
No, where you really don't have to pay a lot, because I don't want to spend a lot of money trying to find somebody. I'm going to be 50 a week from today. I'm not sure what date he wrote this in, so he might be 50 by now. But I think that these women that he's meeting online recognize that he's older and probably lonely and trying to see what they can get out of him.
But he's only 50. I'm 47.
What are you paying? What?
Yeah, but you also have
paying
a beautiful wife at home.
people? What are you paying?
But even if I didn't, I wouldn't be that dude.
But some of these dating sites, Justin, you have to pay to be in them.
But there's something called Facebook, Instagram.
Meet somebody in the street, like go out.
Tinder.
Oh no, don't use Tinder.
Plenty old fish.
I don't know, homie.
Yeah.
Think of another one.
Unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe I'll send you an email with a couple of my single girlfriends' names and numbers.
Nah, I don't do that.
Only suggestion. I got nothing on that. I got nothing.
But you know what, man? Like, why are you giving these ladies money? Why are you giving them money? Like you're not only you paying for a dating site, now you're $10,000 in the hole. You got somebody ain't got enough gas to come, don't have the money, and that's unfortunate that she doesn't have the gas. It's unfortunate. However, you're already putting yourself in a bad situation there because they don't have the gas. They can't put $20 in the tank.
Did you offer to drive there?
Right. Go to her.
Right.
No, she just mean she don't want to see you, sir.
Exactly.
And when she does want to see you, it's probably going to be.
Why is he shooting for younger women? Is it younger women? Is it younger?
Yes, because
you a sugar daddy.
As he listed them off, 30, 27. He didn't say the first
only
two.
50.
He's a sugar daddy.
But that's still a 20-year difference, dude.
He's their sugar daddy. He don't know, but he don't know it. So yeah, he's a sugar baby because he don't know it.
Yeah. So here's the thing: stay off of the fans only page. There you go. Don't meet women on fans only.
But I'm like, how is he not this hip? He's only 50.
Babe, maybe he didn't take care of himself. That are not that much older than us, and I could have sworn we're 10 to 12 years older than us.
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe he didn't take care of himself, and
he
might have to pay somebody to date him. We don't know what kind of condition he's in.
Oh,
that's true.
That's called a hooker.
If that's the case, you need to be satisfied with where you are in life.
I can't.
You know, take that money. You could have went on a trip somewhere by yourself and enjoyed yourself for all that.
That's a mess.
$10,000. You ain't seeing that $10,000.
You ain't seeing that.
No, that's not coming back. That's not coming back. Definitely not. And then the one chick was staying with him from March to June. Like, sir, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I'm hot.
You're a sugar baby. You're a sugar baby, and you're a sugar baby because you don't know you're a sugar daddy. So you're a sugar baby. And it's going to keep happening to you. Get somebody. Look for somebody in your bracket. right? In your bracket.
There's an idea. See if you can find a nice woman who's in her late 40s. Go to church. Isn't that where women go anymore? I don't know.
Nah,
go to
pandemic.
Go to a farmer's market. That's a hooker.
Listen, yo, I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna tell you where to go. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you where to go.
Y'all talking
and
like
and if R dot
like 79.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you where to go. And if R dot is on with me, he can confirm this for me.
Lose and choose.
Go.
There you go. There it is. Go to Lose and Choose. You'll find you a nice good woman. She won't try to take advantage of you.
Choose.
She got her own money.
No, I was gonna say, go check out some youth football games.
Really?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Go check out some youth football games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now you might look like a weirdo because you ain't got no kids over there, but maybe you can parking lot pimp. I don't know. Do they still do that?
Coach.
Play the let out.
Yeah, go coach. Parking lot pimp. That's another good idea. Do they still
play the let out? He said he's well-to-do and stupid. Well-to-do and stupid.
What do you say?
Wait, there's nothing to let out, I guess. Yeah, there's still some clubs and stuff going on.
Oh yeah, there is no let out.
Am I getting too dark? Can y'all see me?
You're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you want me to read the last one, or do you want to move on to our topics?
What you think? Because that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We getting a lot of, the last couple weeks we getting people that, I'm not going to say anything too negative, but last week we had the woman with the money issue. She was with the fake whatever you want to call it. And now this dude gave up $10,000. We're not going to put your names out there. We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to encourage y'all to continue.
But I need updates.
I would like an update. But that one last week with the mortgage.
We need a Where Are They Now show for the people who write into us.
Right. How about it? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead to the topic. Let's go ahead to the topic.
All right. So who brought this up? Marriage mentors. Who brought that up? Was that Justin or Tyra?
That was me. I actually came across a video, right? And it was a video of somebody. I think he was selling a book, if I'm not mistaken, but he said something about marriage mentor. He was a marriage mentor or something like that. And I had never heard about that. And I originally just sent it to you guys to see if you had heard about anything like that. Have you ever heard of a marriage mentor? But it seemed like he was trying to sell something, but he could be a marriage mentor. And he's like, so I'm like, what is a marriage mentor? And what is the difference between a marriage mentor and a marriage counselor? He
was trying to sell a book.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the marriage mentor is an interesting concept.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And before I did further research on it, because y'all have jobs and I don't, I thought it was just like,
work in the production office at 10-7.
Yeah,
there you go.
I work in the production
therapeutic
office
billing.
7, and I am co-founder of Therapeutic Billing. But I started doing research on this, but I was also thinking, like, is it similar to, how like you have like an older aunt and uncle or something like that, or older people in your life that you may go to them for advice? I mean, I kind of equated it to that, like how, like Goose may talk to Uncle Bob or Uncle Tony or something like that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That's where I put it.
Okay. But initially, when we watched that video, Goose.
Yeah, I know. I ain't gonna front. I was like, man, that's white. That's corny. But, as, a lot of times things marinate and you can manipulate and look at it different ways. Then I came out the other side with the different opinion.
Right. So, Justin, to answer your question, marriage mentors are not counselors. And the goal is not to make mentors into professional marriage therapists. The goal is to focus on equipping mentors to be key players in preventing problems and equipping young couples with the skills and tools for more successful relationships.
Right. That's how I see it.
Yeah. But it's funny because
when you say it like that, it sounds like they're AA sponsor.
It's like accountability partners.
But the question is, does a marriage mentor Is it somebody that like could a friend of mine be my marriage mentor, or should it be an older? Because usually a mentor is an older person, somebody that's been in the field of what they're mentoring for some time.
One would think, or it could just be your years of experience, what you've gone through in your relationship.
What qualifies one to be a marriage mentor?
Right. See, because y'all like 20, almost 20 years in, or 20 years, close to 20, right?
It'll be 20 in October,
So technically, like you could serve as marriage mentors to us, right?
Technically, yes, but
we would charge.
Yeah, I was gonna say we wouldn't pay y'all, so that means
there's a fee associated with it.
Y'all can come over for dinner.
This says that a mentor couple helps the couple that they're mentoring to talk about their visions, their expectations, their hopes and dreams for their marriage. They concentrate on the couple's strengths and what's good in the couple's relationship. They teach skills couples need to help them identify their goals as a couple. Marriage mentors encourage and empower the couple they are mentoring to design a successful, lifelong relationship. But what if the people that are mentoring you have skeletons in their closet?
Skeletons in their closet.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like a therapist, a therapist can have skeletons in their closet too. You just don't know it.
Yeah, you can't. Nobody's perfect, right? So
nobody's perfect.
Right.
Allegedly.
But I mean, I honestly think it's a good idea.
It's not always the teachers; it's the lesson.
Right.
But what would a marriage mentor like? Are they only going to consult you when there's problems? Are they going to consult you how to romance your partner? Like, what are they going to mentor? Because if it's only when it's a problem, then it's like, okay, mentor or counselor.
Okay, so then the differences are. I can tell you the differences because I did research.
No, but you know what I was going to say? It don't always have to be bad, because they could go and say, you know what? This is our 5th wedding anniversary, and I want to get her with something really nice. Like, what would you suggest?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
Because they're a couple, the husband can put his wife on, like, yo, babe, put him down with some stuff. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I was saying, because counseling, when it's counseling, it's always you never go to counseling because everything's great.
Right.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
But it would seem like, okay, a mentor, a gift, something like that. But it would almost seem like if unless it's a gift, unless you just, what should I get? I can remember asking somebody what I should get for what Tyra went through, or what she did about a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
I remember talking to somebody about that. I wouldn't consider it a marriage marriage mentor. But it would seem like you would more so ask for advice from anybody when things are more on the negative side than on the positive side. That's what it would seem like to me.
I mean, I agree with that, but I'm thinking more of mentors, like, you know what I mean, like people who, like I said, people who have been married for a while, and they like, and y'all just building like a friendship, and they getting to know you and be like, you know what, brother, back when I was young, in my younger married years, I did this, and it didn't turn out good, so I don't want you to go this way. So let me tell you before you make the same mistake I did. It's like, when people come out of prison and they mentor younger kids. Or,
so that would mean the mentor has to take the initiative.
Yeah.
But it seems like in this situation, the mentee would have to take the initiative to seek
But
out.
I wonder, like, could somebody who's been divorced be a marriage mentor?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
You were married once upon a time.
Yeah, don't be like me.
Yeah.
So I would say they could,
I messed up.
If they had remarried.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you should be thinking to be a marriage mentor, though. That's not going to help your advertisement.
Not at all. No. Not at all. I mean, I honestly think it's a good idea. I'm wondering, if it would stop a lot of things in its tracks before it ruins a lot of marriages.
Let's put this in perspective, right?
Okay.
What we just said. You said, like, if they were married, divorced, like that, that could change. A lot of women, I'm going to say women, excuse me, a lot of women took Steve Harvey's dating advice. and he's been married and divorced multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Probably just because he's Steve Harvey and he wrote a book, but it's he's been through things on and off, several times. Maybe somebody that does that qualify him more so than somebody that's never been divorced?
Well, I mean, he's qualified to talk about his experiences.
Yeah.
Right.
And give advice in that way. But I think a lot of what Steve Harvey did was common sense. And I know common sense is not common, but a vast majority of what was in that book was common sense.
Yeah.
I didn't read it.
I didn't read the book, but I mean, I do listen to his show.
I did see the movie.
And I did see the movies. And I wasn't kind of keen, I was like, okay, I listened to it, but it wasn't until my dad came to me about it and was like, you know what, some of the stuff he's saying is solid, And I know my dad and I know his history. And I'm like, okay, if my dad came to me and said he's telling some good stuff, then I was like, all right, let me listen to this.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if y'all want, I can break down the differences.
Okay.
So you'll have a background on what it is. Okay. So marriage mentors, they focus on current and future possibilities, while counselors also deal with past histories.
Okay.
Marriage mentors use practical, proactive approaches. Counseling adds a more in-depth psychological approach. Right. So it's more like theory and books than the actual lived experience. What are you going to say? Because I'm seeing your face.
From what you're saying, the mentor to me sound like a coach.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking.
Isn't that kind of what it is?
Yeah, like a coach.
That's
Go
what
get
it
a
is.
tiger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but yeah, coaches are mentors.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
But he sounds more of primarily coach. You know what I mean? Like mentor by the way of coaching.
So marriage mentors ask what and how. Counselors ask why. Marriage mentors work on wants and dreams. Counseling provides further help for issues and problems. The purpose of marriage mentoring is largely to help empower a couple to achieve their goals. So it's like before you even have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the purpose of counseling is often to relieve pain and symptoms and restore functioning so that individuals can pursue their goals. Marriage mentors teach relationship skills, whereas counselors deal with complex personality and relationship dynamics.
So this is what I took from that.
Mm-hmm.
Counselors deal with you on a professional level. Mentors just give you some advice.
Basically.
And it's more personal, right? Because I would think that if you have a mentor, it's somebody who knows you personally, whereas you're going to see a counselor. This person doesn't know you. They haven't broken bread with you. They don't know, they haven't been in your home, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Right. It's like it sounds to me like they teach you how to be married.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why that dude was trying to sell a book. Because clearly there's money to be made in life skills.
Yeah, but it can't be a chapter for everything.
It's not, but I mean, I think the concept is a good idea. I think especially with now with the breakdown of marriage and, I think the concept is a good idea.
I do too.
And it's cheaper too.
It's cheaper because it's like, you know what? Let's just go to dinner and talk.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of however much a week to see a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder what a therapist thinks about a marriage mentor. I wonder how they feel about it, because that's kind of taking money out their pocket.
We got to holler at
Well,
Chuck.
I happen to know a marriage counselor, and I'm going to ask him.
Okay.
I'll report back.
Please do.
So that was all my research on that topic, guys.
Okay.
That's interesting stuff. That's interesting stuff.
Good job. Let us know what you think in the comments.
The next topic, the next thing we're going to talk about is something that people are like waiting for us to talk about. Like people, I'm sending out all the text messages I send out. I probably send out about 60 of them bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
I get messages back like, "Ooh, that sounds juicy. I'm tuning in." And of course, the topic that we're talking about is getting back with your ex. Now,
Would you get back with your ex?
Not for all the tea in China.
Many people have many rules. Like many people have their own rules about getting back with their ex. You know what I mean? Some people say never. There's a reason why you left.
Exactly.
In some cases, like I'll name some cases where somebody would go back. Right, like if it's a situation where like I don't know, like you moved away, like let's say you're young and you moved up, like let's say you're in high school sweetheart, and your girlfriend moved across the country. You broke up, but it wasn't for no bad reason, right? Or maybe you link up later on in life and you go back to your ex.
Yeah.
Or a situation like that. But if it ends bad, why would you ever go back to your ex?
Why would you ever? That's exactly right.
Why would you ever? And I'm interested in hearing about people that have gone back to their ex.
Well, I mean, there's a big thing about that now because they're saying that what's her name? Oh Lord,
yeah, Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben.
And Ben Affleck. I
know.
They
back together. And I think that stuff ended a little crazy, didn't it? I don't remember what happened.
But it's only a matter of time before Mark Anthony claimed what he thinks is rightfully his.
Was he the next one? No, it's Diddy. It was Affleck,
Diddy, but
then
Mark
Diddy,
Anthony
then
is
Mark
the one
Anthony.
Mark Anthony is the one that she has the children with.
Oh, she got kids?
Yeah, she had twins by him, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Were they married?
Yeah.
They were married. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's been like a big topic now since they're rumored to be back together. Do you get back with it? I can't think of not one of my exes I would want to get back with at all. Like
not one.
They couldn't come to me and say nothing to sway.
And not like anything like bad about them. Just I can't imagine my life any different. You know what I mean?
It's just like been there, done that. Like
yeah. Like if it was meant to be, it would have been.
Exactly.
I can think of like one relationship that ended kind of bad. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that I would go back to the ones that didn't end bad. Because the reason being, I'm a whole different type of person.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if we haven't spoken to each other in however long it may be,
25 years,
we may not be on the same wavelength.
Exactly. Right.
So it would definitely be based on the situation.
Right. So with that being said, the question we're asking is, should you get back with an ex? And there are only 3 reasons.
Why
3.
not? That's all that being said. Why not?
There are 3 reasons you should ever get back with an ex. Okay, you ready?
They owe you money. Oh, my fault. Go ahead. Always comes down to money.
It says, no matter how devastated you feel when a relationship ends, no matter how devastating the relationship ends in general, getting back together is not always a good idea. There are plenty of couples who do reunite for the long haul and end up with a partnership that's healthier and happier than the OG relationship. That's funny. So, however, there are 3 situations when getting back together with an ex might be the right move. And Justin, you mentioned it.
Oh,
you've both
checking the grade book.
Right.
You both changed. So remember that cold, hard look at the relationship, right? You have to take that same cold, hard look at yourself and your ex. If you can't point to some serious self-discovery on both sides, it's guaranteed to end the same way. So both people have to have changed. That's situation 1. The second one is the situation has changed. So for instance, you split up because they're living. Wait, I'm saying this wrong. It wasn't the right time. So this is the one you touched on, Justin. It wasn't the right time for y'all to be in a relationship. So it could be worth a revisit if the circumstances have changed. So a lot of times relationships end because of environmental factors like distance. So you go off to college and you're living in one place and they're living in another place. And then years later, y'all find yourself in the same city again. Let's revisit it and see how it works from here. I think you did say that, right? I didn't make that up.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
All right. And then the third reason the third and final reason that I could find all over the entire interwebs, your mind has changed. If you kick the relationship to the curb because you weren't feeling happy, loved, or fulfilled, that's not something to brush aside just because you can't find anyone better. That's a terrible reason to get back together. It's important not to get back together based on an economy of scarcity, meaning it's no other men out there, so I might as well get back with this person.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The critical question to ask is, what has changed? If you broke up for reasons along the lines of, I'm young, I should get out there and date while I can, there's no harm in reassessing your feelings now that you've played the field a bit. Who knows? Spending some quality time on Tinder, not Tinder, y'all, you're going to catch something, may have helped you realize your ex is actually what you've been looking for all along. Just remember, it's a domain where being really honest with yourself is key. Do you understand that?
So that's like, you don't really know what you got until it's gone.
Until it's gone. That's exactly right. Yep.
So was that that's a good reason to get back with your ex, or that's not a good reason to get back with your ex? The changing of the mind.
That is a good reason to get back with your ex.
I disagree.
Why do you disagree?
Because you could just miss somebody, and that might make you change your mind because you missed them, but that person is still the same person that you didn't want to be with.
Right, but you didn't want to be with that person according to what I found on the interwebs because you wanted to play the field.
Oh,
that
well,
person
in
was
that
chilling.
case, okay. Well, in that
and
case,
you wanted to just see what else was out there. So you break up with that person, and then you go out there, and then you're like, you know what? It's not what I thought it was going to be.
I don't like this 20%.
Right.
Yeah. In that case,
yeah. So in that case, you're like, please, baby, please take me back. So yeah.
But well, I don't even want to ask that question. But
what? No, ask, please.
I kind of still disagree with it though.
But
why? I disagree with it, but I get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason I disagree with it is I just feel like if you, and as she said, if you don't know what you have until it's gone. If you were with that person and you took that person for granted, you don't need to be with that person again because you're going to do the same thing again.
No,
you might be all lovey-dovey and on point and on your game like in the beginning, but you're going to do it again.
See, so the way I interpreted was that you're holding yourself accountable, like seriously accountable.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you know that you've truly changed,
right,
and not just changed because you want to be with her, but you are truly a different person, then it's okay to pursue it. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I got out of that.
I can understand. Like I said, I get it.
He doesn't agree.
right.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
You left that person for it, and the reason wasn't good why you left them. You know what I mean? Hey,
Waving to your neighbor.
Tell them I said what's up.
I mean, I don't know who she is. She's walking her dog on the track, so she waved to me. All right, that's all I got, guys.
That was quick. Have y'all ever gotten back with an ex?
For like a split second. And I was like,
maybe like a split second. Like, yeah. And it was just like kind of something to do because there wasn't nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was young. I mean, I've been with you since I was 22.
She said wasn't nothing else to do.
Yeah, like
I did all my chores.
Prior to
read
that,
all the books.
prior to that, it was like it was play. You know, it wasn't nothing serious. Like I said, I've been with him since I'm 22, so that's all I know.
Right. And when I call the young boy relationship, it's different. Like young boy relationships, I went back to exes.
Right.
Grown relationships, I don't think I can't think of.
Yeah.
Nah, if I broke up with you, it was for a good reason. Nah, I ain't coming.
I've broken up and we've gotten back together like within like
a month,
a couple days.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, that type of thing. I don't really count that. But if it's like a month or something like that, if you've been away from the person, like sometimes you just need time though, right? Like in some like if you're not married, sometimes you just probably it's good if you're in a relationship and not married. Sometimes it's good to be away from that person for a while,
Right.
and then come back. And I don't mean break up. I just mean like spend some time with
Take a break.
yourself. Yeah, take a break. Take a little
Right.
break.
Mhm.
So
Go sit downstairs.
Yeah, and at this point, go sit in another room.
Mhm.
yeah, when you're married, that's what it is. Go sit in another room.
That's it. Go sit in another room. So
You know, go for a ride.
Yeah.
Go for a walk. Well, that's interesting. I mean, if people that have been watching, if you have ever gotten back with your ex, let us know. Hit us up. You can even text us on our community text line at 215-486-0335 and let us know, your story. Or have you gotten back with an ex and it worked out? Like some people might have gotten back with their ex and it's worked out.
yeah.
Send the juicy one.
What'd you say, hon?
I said, yeah, send the juicy one.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, I need some people to write back in because I definitely need to. Where are they now with these Dear 10-7s that folks is writing into our email?
Especially that one with that mortgage, man. That one was on my mind the entire week.
Listen, I know, right? I might email her.
And then I was like, yeah, because we still talking about that. Like, yo, she had to sign the promissory note.
But what was it we said, baby? It was something that we said about. Oh, I know what it was. Being that the pandemic is going on, a lot of stuff. I was like, I need to talk to a loan officer because a lot of stuff has been being done through DocuSign, so you don't have to go into an office. So he could have forged it.
Yep.
That's what I
that's
said.
True.
That's
So,
crazy.
Y'all ready for your final thoughts? Does everybody
Ready?
have a final thought?
I'm not ready for my final thoughts, so somebody else go first.
Yeah, me.
Tara, you don't need to be fooling me like you did last week.
Oh yeah,
No,
that was crazy.
Legitimately, I'm not gonna fool y'all. This is something that I thought about earlier, and it's not meant to be funny, but it happens to me all the time. So this is my final thought, and it's random as hell. So randomly hearing your favorite song on the radio is more satisfying than playing it directly from your phone or Alexa.
True. I agree.
Yeah.
I see that.
I'd agree with that.
Because it's unexpected, and you'd be
Right.
like, "Oh, this
Right.
is my song."
Snap.
Yeah.
Unless it's a
That's
song
what I
they
thought.
playing like every 20 minutes, and then it's like,
Right.
all right, y'all don't wear this going out.
Yeah.
Like they doing with that Bruno Mars song. Yeah, that's a good one, Tara. That's absolutely.
That's a good one.
I like that.
Thank you.
No, I don't have nothing. Nothing.
Anybody else have anything?
I just want to say, y'all, be yourself. That's it.
You can't be nobody else.
But what y'all got?
Justin's puddling to death over
He
there.
over here acting a mess. Get yourself together.
Oh man, right. What you got, man?
I don't have anything.
Tyra had a busy week.
Got something.
My
let her
brain is
pass.
somewhere else.
Let her get a pass. She has to do
something.
2 next week since she can't get one together for this week.
You hear that? You got homework to do.
All right, you go, and then I'll go.
Oh, you just don't want to do too. So real quick, and I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. Anytime you do something like we do with this show or with the radio station, newsourceradio.com, by the way, people always they hear what you do, they see what you do, and they want to be involved in it naturally. Some people, right? But I just had to say that if you approach me about having a show or being a guest on a show, I have 2 rules. One rule is you have to. Well, it's not even a rule. When you ask me, when you tell me you should be a guest on the show, my first question to you is going to be,
What you want to talk
what
about?
do you want to talk about?
Yep.
And if you cannot answer that question, you're not going to be a guest on the show. Plain and simple, right? The other thing is, if you want to work with New Twist Radio, and everybody on this panel and everybody that I work with shows on New Twist Radio is on this point. You have to have your own goals outside of like, let's say I was a big corporation. This was a big corporation. I don't want you to just work for me. I want you to work for me and then go out and have your own thing going on. Like, you have to have your own goals and inspirations. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to attain those, because not everybody reaches their goal. But you have to be working towards something, not just be working towards a paycheck. And that's all I got to say.
I love it. Very well said.
He said I don't know what Ryan was. He said 2. I'm not sure what he was talking. He might have paused it. He might be catching up. I'm not really sure, because he said he bought a roommate, or maybe we're just getting the messages late. But I just wanted to put those in there because so I took some time. Are you ready, babe?
Yeah, hold on, y'all. My allergies, my eyes.
Oh, poor Tyra.
Give me 1 second.
Goose, you want to go while she takes care of that? You okay?
He went.
Yeah,
Oh, he
I
did?
said, be yourself.
And I
No
said,
matter
give
what
anybody else.
situation you in, be true to yourself.
You did say that. I remember.
Mine is a cliche, but it's true. As I look around my house, we just got back from a mini vacay. And so all I'm thinking is like cleanliness is next to godliness. We got a whole bunch of stuff to unpack. And so, I can think better and clearer when things are clean and neat and in their place. So if you're having trouble with a foggy mind, try cleaning up. It might help.
Yeah. What are you laughing at, Justin?
I was laughing at Goose.
Yeah. It's the carpenter bee over here.
Oh
Lord, we just killed 2 of them Friday, right? Or Thursday.
I don't know what you're talking about. Thou shalt not kill.
Oh,
yeah, whatever. He was spraying the heck out of them things. They was huge. They drilled a hole in our
they was in there. They was in the railing.
They drilled it down like a saw. It was sawdust.
We was out there, and I was like, "Look, babe, look, it's sawdust flying out of it."
Well, they
was just like they was scooping it out. Like,
but they carpenter bee. That's what they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, they drew a perfect circle. That's right. Get them. I thought it was a woodpecker.
All right. That's cool.
Oh, it's annoying.
You thought it was
that's gross.
Oh, that's
all right.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining us on the 10-7 show this week. We appreciate you. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube right now, make sure you subscribe. All you got to do is click the button. And as Wifey likes to say, and also click the bell with the parentheses so you know when we will be on. All right. And then also you can text us you can join our community text line at 215-486-0335. That's the number for the New Twist Radio community text line. Get your comments in, your shout outs in, your requests in, all that good stuff. And of course, it gets you into our contest and all like that. All right. Now, for Tara, Tyra, Goose, and myself, we are out of here. We will talk to y'all next week.
Peace, y'all.
Have a good week, y'all.
Peace.
Take care, y'all.